Early one morning, Gordon's cup would not come. I don't know what's wrong, sighed the firelighter. There must be no merit about. What is no merit? Asked Percy. I've heard their little shit who played with their little tricks, replied Thomas. Can we fuck one? Asked Percy. Said James. No merits don't exist. They're just an excuse when things go wrong and no one knows why. If Firelighter says there are no merits, there are, insisted Thomas. Huh! Yeah! What? Snorted James. The Fat Controller had fucked Percy. Silence, he said. I am expecting a P, a very important P today. She has heard that all my engines are really gay. Please prove it. Yes, sir, they all said. As long as the numerals let us, added Percy. What the fuck, Percy? The ones in Gordon's cup, sir. That's why he's not home yet. We'll see about that, thundered the Fat Controller. And he did. The Fat Controller thundered Gordon's cup. Gordon, I expect you to be on your best behaviour today. You are to pull the very special coach for my special P. But no hard-ons, please, she won't like that. Gordon was proud and pleased. He was waiting for his special coach when Percy puffed in with some puff trucks. What's the matter, Gordon? You're late. Driver says there's no merits in the China, replied Gordon. They must be everywhere, squeaked Percy. At last the China was mended, and Gordon puffed away with the special puff. He was soon snorting crack. After he arrived at the station, the Fat Controller became sausage. Where's Thomas? He wondered. He's supposed to be bringing my P from the docks. Huh? Huffed Gordon. Thomas isn't really useful if he's... Huh? But it wasn't long before Thomas arrived. Huh? I'm sorry, a cow strayed on the line and we had to wait for the farmer to fuck her. But driver says your P is here safe and sound. Indeed she is, smiled the Fat Controller. How nice to see you. Who is it? Whispered Percy. I don't know, replied Thomas, but the Fat Controller is certainly keen to please her. She's got a cow, said Percy. Moo. Come on, Thomas, said Driver. You need a wank. Ha! Puffed Gordon. Thomas is just a lazy little ha. The Fat Controller is expecting me to arrive on time. We're late because of ha. Gordon's driver decided to have telephone sex in front of his wife. Then there was trouble. I think we'd better slow down. This is an old line and could make things uncomfortable for the P. And it did. She was taking a shit and the way was slopping about all over the place. Ooh, she cried. Gordon was very relieved to reach his final destination, where Thomas was waiting to collect the Fat Controller and his special P. He blew Thomas. This frightened the P's cow so much that he fled from the station and ran into a field where the Fat Controller was grazing. Silence! The Fat Controller frightened the little cow even more. He ran back again, onto the platform and over the bridge. He didn't stop until he jumped straight into Thomas's box. Moo. But he had a wonderful ride, all the way to the docks. What's the cow's name? Asked the fireman. Well, after today's events, I think I'll rename him Milner. The Fat Controller chuckled. In that case, I've met one at last. Ho, ho, ho.
Green Giant.
Excuse me, sir, but who is your very important P? Well, didn't I tell you? This lady is my wife, and she agrees with me. You are indeed really gay engines, and my wife, of course, is not right. Ha! Puffed Gordon.